45 is an embarrassment. I can't deal with this temperament. He is so arrogant. I have so much resentment. It just makes me want to scream. How do people think MAGA is the American dream? Let's start the stream.
It is man.
I'm completely unhinged. My rights have been infringed. That man makes me so upset. He's a Nazi and a world threat. I'm completely unhinged. My life has been sent. All his interviews I've been. We need to impeach now. Impeach him now.
John, you're a little controversial. You're talking about illegal immigration. I said it's illegal.
Get out! Oh, help your customer! Fuck off! Fuck off!
I'm completely unhinged.
What's up, guys? We are here. Welcome to Unhinged. And the SJWs are unhinged, crying about ICE. And they're going to continue to fucking cry. Epic intro. Yeah, we're still got a lot of work with this channel. Got a lot of videos to upload, clips. And we got to make some songs. We got to make some viral hits. I know the political songs could probably pop more than anything Star Wars related. So I got to get cooking on that. Sorry for the late stream tonight. Usually we want to go a little earlier, but I've been working on some shit. Took a couple weeks off. Very busy January, but we're back. We are back. GK Rumble Takeover. Creator program, successful creator program in January. I'm waiting to see what the payout is for that. You know, for being loyal to Rumble in January. You know, every little bit helps to getting full time on the channel, on the brand, and putting more work in. And so we could you know, take the full-time job and pee on it.
I got peed on.
So, yeah, what's going on in the news? I mean, basically, the SJWs are still crying about ICE. Alex Pretti is dead. Fucking bitch. And I am just fucking sick of these stupid-ass communists spinning the narrative when it comes to everything. Everything I see on the internet. I'm not the first person to come up with this. I talk about the Disney Matrix when it comes to Star Wars, but like there is a matrix that we're all living in. Like a political matrix, and it's controlled. I mean, it's really controlled by both parties, if you want to break it down, but like mainly it's controlled by the left. Controlled by the fucking left. And I just see all these idiots online, and to me, they're fucking sheep. All of them. Believe in every fucking storyline that they push down their fucking throats. Hypocrites. Crying about this Alex Pretti guy, but did anyone cry over Lake and Riley? Did anyone care? Irina Zarutska, did anyone care? No, not at all. No one cares. It's just they care when they tell them to care. And I don't know if it's mental retardation, like they're just all mentally retarded, or it's indoctrination. Like they're actually like normal people, maybe smart people, but they've been indoctrinated, or they're weak people. Because I see a lot of people that virtue signal and they're looking around and they're like, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing saying that guy was a racist? Did that guy's a bigot? Fuck ICE. Fuck ICE. Did I get any likes on that post? DeSantis is the best governor. Dude, bro, the plan, I want to get to Florida. If in the next 5 years I'm not in Florida, you just gotta be like, Melvin, what the fuck are you doing? Florida is the way to go. Red state. You know, I want to be in a place where you can like openly talk about politics without getting arrested. So, yeah, this Alex Pretti guy. So, I think it's a little different of a case than what's the bitch's name? Good. Forget her first name. I mean, who cares? I mean, she's an irrelevant person. She's dead. Um, she tried to run over an ICE agent with her car, and you have these dumb ass motherfuckers. You have these dumbass motherfuckers like, they should have shot out the tires. And then, like, they're eating their chips. Sitting on the fucking couch. Never worked a hard job in their life. I should have shot out the tires. Oh, he wasn't in danger. No, she tried to run him over with her car. So he shot. This Alex Pretti, he got into like a little scuffle with them, and did he need to be shot and killed? I don't know. I mean, he had a gun. What do you guys think in the chat? Personally, I don't give a shit. If they want to review it, they want to say that the agent was out of line. You know, it's just like it's up to the justice system. It's up to, you know, it's up to ICE how they want to handle this. Law enforcement. Personally, I don't give a shit. And I think when you put yourself in that position, like Alex did, and you have a gun and you're a fucking loser, shit happens. So hopefully nothing happens to that ICE agent. But what do you guys think in the chat? I do think it's a little different than the good situation, but still both of them, fuck them. Do I want them to die? I wish they wouldn't have been there. Wish they wouldn't have fucking been there, but no, they chose to be there. Pieces of shits. Good had a dog in the back seat, honking the fucking car, fucking with ICE, and you have a dog in the back seat. And people are defending her online like she's this great person. It's like, fuck her. Like, what's going on with the dog? That's what I care about. How's the dog doing? She's useless. And then this Alex guy, oh, he's a nurse. He's a nurse. He's a great guy. Great guy. And then they had to alter his picture on the news to make him look a little better. This guy was unemployed for over a year. Unemployed. And you know why he was unemployed? Probably because he became unhinged. He was indoctrinated by the left, became a total fucking loser. He was already a fucking loser, became a total fucking loser, and then was encouraged by the goddamn governor to go out there, fight ICE, and ICE dead. Tim Walz, Tampon Tim. And I'm a little annoyed. I saw a clip from Trump before the stream, and I'm pretty fucking annoyed with what I saw. Do I bring it up right now? Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. I got it bookmarked. All right.
It sounds like there is a shift in immigration enforcement here, that there's going to be a shift after Minneapolis. What should Americans expect going forward?
Well, one thing I say to my people, you know, we do a good job, we don't get credit for it. I say they have to ask and they have to say please. When a city is
Who
going
has to ask and who has
the
to say
mayor
please?
or the governor, I don't want to go and force ourselves into a city, even if their numbers are terrible. Like, for instance, I got a call from Jeff Landry, governor of Louisiana. He said, we have a big problem. Could you go in and help us with well, let's see, certain sections. I mean, to be honest with you, certain sections of the state, beyond their famous, beautiful city, certain sections of the state. We have done, not only in New Orleans, we've done a really great job in Louisiana, but I was called. I want to be called. Chicago, we could solve the Chicago crime.
Well, on that question, which cities are you headed to next?
We have 5 cities that we're looking at very strongly, but we want to be invited. We will sometimes call the governors. And
Are
say,
they cities like
you going to
Chicago,
invite-"
Philadelphia? Are these the cities?
We could straighten out the crime in Chicago. We've already brought it down 25% just by being there. We could have Chicago be a safe city, just like D.C. is a safe city, just like all of these places that we've gone to. And I look forward. You know, I didn't campaign on that. I campaigned on law and order, but I didn't think I'd be going into individual cities and making them safe.
Anything else you can tell us about the 5 cities? The 5 cities, anything else? So Americans are ready?
We'll be announcing them very quickly, but we could do something. As an example, I was called by people. San Francisco said, please, we have a Democrat mayor. He's trying very hard. Would you, friends of mine that live there, it's got crime problems. Would you let him do the job and not come in? Let's see how it works. I said, look, I can do it much quicker, much faster. Don't forget, we remove criminals. We took over 2,000 hardcore criminals out of Washington, D.C. If we didn't do that, 2% of...
All right, so I'm pretty annoyed by this clip. And I hope he's just saying this for the cameras, because he's basically saying, kind of backing off deporting every illegal, and it's just being like, we want to be invited. It's like none of these cities are going to invite him and ICE. All these idiots are out protesting, and if you back off now and walk it back, these people, it's learned behavior. Oh, this worked. We're going to keep doing this. So I just hope this is for the cameras. Fuck the liberals. Fuck the commies. Go ICE. So usually I don't have anything bad to say about Trump, but yeah, this one, a little annoyed. What do you guys think? Fuck the commies. For the cameras, I'm hoping. Like, he knows what he's doing, like the 4D chess stuff, the art of the deal. I mean, he knows what he's doing, but like when I hear that, it's like, no, ICE, Tom Homan, keep doing what they're doing. It's fucking bullshit. They don't belong in this country. It's like we can't pick and choose when to be good humans. Oh, we're all people. Oh, you know, we have a country. We have rules. We have laws. And when we stop honoring those laws, it's chaos. And we don't have a country anymore. What's the point? Oh, for sure. And people like to rip on him a lot, like how he looks physically. It's like, how many 25-year-olds can do the schedule he does, all like the walking around, all the interviews, all the meetings, all the stress, all the hate he gets on the internet. It's like he's not in the gym, like pumping iron every day, running a couple miles on the treadmill, but it's like 25 years old, like do that schedule for a week. You'd be fucking crying. A lot of them would be crying. It just, the energy on this guy is like off the charts. It's like, is he old? Yeah. Is he too old to be president? Maybe. Biden clearly was too old to be president, but Biden had problems, obvious problems. I think if we actually ran a legit election, a legit system, Biden, and it's not because I don't like him because he's a Democrat, like he should have been identified as someone with dementia and not allowed to run. Plain and simple, like it was clear as day in the fucking primaries. He's telling people to listen to the record players. Doesn't know what he's talking about, but all the sheep voted for him because that's who they put out there. Obama's VP. I'm hoping. Don't give an inch to these people. Fucking, like, what kind of a loser do you have to be screaming fuck ICE on the internet, and then going to these protests? And a lot of them, it's coming out that these people are paid, getting money to be there. Like, what kind of fucking loser do you have to be? And it's like, do these people really care about illegal immigrants or just like anyone in general? No. It's all to like feel important. Because they're losers, they don't have a personality. And I'm just seeing it everywhere. It's like there's so many levels to this. It's either it's all on the internet, or it's like all in their friend group, or they go protest, or they become terrorists. Different levels. Some people just stick to Facebook. It's like people that you went to high school with, and it's just it's like, oh, I haven't heard or thought about them in years, and then it's just like, oh, they got TDS. Yeah, they're really succeeding in life. It's sad because it used to not be like that. People used to be unique and different. But it's just easy to latch on to this, hey, Trump bad, fuck ICE, and look around, did anyone give me credit for that? Any likes? 100%. And Biden was a puppet president, and it's like, they pretend that he wasn't. And people want to go back to the puppet. There's people that actually would want to go back to the puppet. The fucking joke. Cognitive test, IQ test. Biden would have failed the cognitive test, and Kamala would have failed the IQ test. Man, that was a mistake to put her as VP. But I guess it worked. It worked the first time around. We got John Getz for $5. Every death is on Tim Walz and Jacob Frey's hands. There have been many more arrests in Texas with no violent, idiotic attacking protesters getting themselves killed. Walz caved. He did. He did. It's simple. Let ICE do their job. These people are here illegally. The people they're going after are criminals. It's better for the country they're not here. But you have fucking retards trying to get in the way. And if you're going to come to the scene, be a piece of fucking shit and have a gun on you and then try to pull out the gun while you're getting in a skirmish with them, and then you die, I'm not going to fucking care. Yeah, that's crazy. Tampon Tim. Thank you for the $5.
If we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare.
Man. Act like a retard and there are consequences. Exactly, man. It's the same people with police brutality. Don't resist arrest and you're not going to get killed. I cannot believe they actually threw him out there to debate Trump. I cannot believe it. I can't even believe he won the first time. I thought Trump fumbled the bag on 2020, the first debate. That was probably the worst debate I've seen him in. And that turned out to be like, I think that they had a second one, but there was a drama with they canceled the second debate. They had the final debates, but by then, like, it was already too late. But I think they rigged the fucking election anyways. I think they rigged the fucking election anyways. How many votes did Biden get? Like 80 million? He fucking died from fentanyl, an overdose. Yeah, I could not believe they got him on second degree murder. And that's crazy. Like premeditated. He premeditated his death. And then he gets stabbed in prison. I hope he appeals and I hope he wins. I hope it comes out. There's more and more stuff that comes out that they rigged 2020. And I've seen some people being like, I won't let it go. It was 4 years ago. It's important. If they rigged it, it needs to be brought out into the light so it doesn't happen again. And it's so obvious. None of them want voter ID. If you're too stupid to bring an ID to vote or get an ID to vote, like, you shouldn't be voting. We don't need your retard vote. And I don't care if you're voting Republican, you're a retard. If you can't get an ID. The only reason they care is because they know that's going to hurt their votes. Yeah, most secured election ever. All the mail-in fucking votes. So we got a lot more Epstein drops. Anyone going through the Epstein files? It's funny how we all wanted the Epstein files out and we were like annoyed by it. Maybe I'm speaking for everyone. But it's like, how much time have we actually invested in going through the Epstein files? And like, be honest, probably not very long. And I'm happy they're out and everything. I really, we're just kind of, at least I'm relying on people to kind of summarize it and bring out anything that they find alarming. And from what I'm seeing is there's a lot of fake news coming from the left. Everything they fucking post and put out there is deliberate fake news. They're either too stupid to understand context or they do it deliberately to defame. It just, and you know, like Trump, I don't like how he's handled the Epstein files. But now seeing all this shit coming out and what the left is trying to do, like on Twitter, I can see why he would maybe wanted, was like hoping like it would die down. He wouldn't have to do it. I could kind of like see his position a little more because it doesn't matter if he's not involved in anything. His name is in there. There's a bunch of bullshit, and they're gonna say he's this, he's that, he's guilty. So he probably didn't want some of that shit to come out. So it's kind of a lose-lose. It's like, well, you don't do it, people think you're hiding something. You do release it, then there's going to be fake news spread about you. But, you know, I think these people know, most of them know they're spreading fake news. And if it's fake, it's not going to stick. It's just not going to stick. It is, man. So what do you guys think about Bill Gates? Apparently he did an interview. Let's see if we could find that. Where he's like, no, that's fake. Can I find this interview? All right, I think I found something.
No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false. So I don't know what his thinking was there. It just reminds me, every minute I spent with him, I regret and I, apologize that I did that. It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior. No, apparently.
Oh man. So what do you guys think about Bill Gates? Is he guilty or is he full of shit?
No girl, no girl, no girl should ever be put in the situation that they were put in by Epstein and whatever was going on with all of the various people around him. No girl. I mean, it's just, it's beyond heartbreaking, right? I remember being those ages those girls were. I remember my daughters being those ages, right? So for me, it's personally hard whenever those details come up, right? Because brings back memories of some very, very painful times in my marriage, but I have moved on from that. I purposely pushed it away and I moved on. I'm in a really unexpected, beautiful place in my life. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
Well,
And I am so happy to be away from all the muck.
I wonder what your dominant emotion is when you read these news articles.
Just unbelievable sadness. Unbelievable sadness, right? And again, I'm able to take my own sadness and look at those young girls and say, my God, how did that happen to those girls, right? And so for me, it's just sadness for, I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage. I wanted to leave my marriage. I had to leave I felt I needed to eventually leave the foundation. So it's just sad. And it's kind of like, at least for me, I've been able to move on in life. And I hope there's some justice for those now women, right? We see them standing up in front of microphones in DC. What they went through is just unimaginable, I think.
So, have you seen photos? Are those leaked? Are they confirmed to be real? Yeah, Bill Clinton was on that plane a lot. Dozens of new Epstein Files photos have been released, including pictures of Bill Gates and women with quotes from the book Lolita written on their bodies. Oh my God. What's it with these Billies? Yeah, it's a distraction. It's a good point. Woman whose face is blurred. Just one of 68 more photos and documents that were released. Are there any more pictures of him? Then there's this one going around. This is a lot of them are fake, but then like there's like a controversy that this might be somewhat legit. Like there's a connection. Millions of Epstein files, but as far as I know, the rest of the pictures from the set haven't surfaced yet, but that's okay. We have these photos of pages from a binder Epstein had with the rest. Let's take a look. I can't see. Is this supposed to be just Epstein? I mean, these are not good, but it's like, what does this mean? Is this like mean he's guilty because he's in these pictures? Bill Clinton. Fuck, man. There's so much. There's a lot of fake stuff too. Yeah, man, like you got all that money and you can get away with it. And then you have someone like Epstein there. You know, some people be into that, which is disgusting. And I think as a society, we've been pretty naive to a lot of this stuff. It's probably a lot more fucked up than we realize. Yeah, who knows, like, what's missing? Fucking disgusting, man. It's like, what are they doing there on that island? It's like they had to, the people that are there, they have to, like, know something's going on with that island. Is anyone there, like, really innocent and, like, just had no idea?
How you doing? All right, how are you? Have a seat over in that chair, please.
They can't ruin Trump with it, then they don't care. Yeah, I want to know, how come Biden didn't release these? You know, if it was so important to release them, why didn't Biden release them? Yeah, maybe. Maybe he did. That's what I think. If they knew he was all over the Epstein files, there's no way they would not have released these and he wouldn't have gotten elected easily. They would have ruined him. So, you know, they went to the assassination attempts. I do think Thomas Crooks was MK Ultra'd or indoctrinated, influenced. A lot of crazy shit with him. I could see that, man. Like, Biden, like, looked funny. He looks weird, man. Yeah, like, they released the JFK files, quote unquote release, but it's like nothing good was in there. Probably all deleted. Yep.
I'm proud to be a bartender. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's right. All right, so what else we got going on in the news? So the Greenland deal happened. The art of the deal. So we're not taking over Greenland, but we got access to the territory. Pretty much everything we want with it, to my knowledge. Maybe in the future we'll just kind of slide in and take it, but like right now it's just not really necessary. Oh yeah, I saw that. Like, it's fucking unhinged. Unfucking hinged. These people, the way they talk and the way they encourage shit, and then someone tried to assassinate Trump, it's like it's all on them. The way they talk, the way they encourage people, and then it's like it almost happens, almost, and they're still doing it. Like they're still encouraging it, inciting it. If that bullet would have hit, there would have been a civil war. And, there might still be one. It's getting to the point where we can't coexist in the same country with these people. It's just so strange. Like, I don't like Biden. I don't like AOC. All of them. You could even say I hate them. Do I want bad shit to happen to them? Not really. Do I like obsess about them? Do I like cry whenever they're mentioned? No. It's like that's normal. With these people, when it comes to Trump, it's like he's literally the worst person that's ever existed. They want terrible things to happen to him. It's just it's unhinged behavior. It's a derangement. And it's like someone like AOC, who I don't like and I think is a retard, I can listen to what she has to say and be like, does AOC have a point here? Is she right? I mean, most of the time I'm going to be like, no, she's retarded, but at least I can listen to her, say what she's got to say, be like, I've listened to you, AOC, I still think you're retarded, and like leave it at that and get on with my day. These people can't listen to the other side and implode and get more and more triggered. It just fucking losers. Their whole personality is hating him. I did want to talk about Alberta. So how's the secession going? I'm hearing that that's popping, that might happen. Divide up Canada. Break away from leftist Ontario. That'd be crazy. Now, would they join the U.S.? I don't know. But, them breaking away from Canada would be pretty crazy. So it's if they broke away, that could be the start. Like, forget about them joining the U.S. That could be the start of more provinces breaking away from Canada. And before you know it, like, the whole country is just like in multiple parts and pieces. And if Alberta actually joins the U.S., the surrounding provinces might join and like really forces the ones that neighbor them to join, and then basically that whole western part of Canada will be a part of the U.S. And there's precedent, with independent countries joining the U.S. Like, look at Texas. So they remove themselves from Canada, do their own thing, maybe join the U.S. For me, like, I like seeing Canada take a hit. And then for me, like the geography excites me. It's like, oh, the US is gonna be bigger. It's like we are the 4th biggest country in the world. Russia, Canada, China, US. We get Alberta. Maybe that puts us 3rd past China. We get Greenland. That might put us past China. The population is there's not a big population at all in Canada. It would actually make sense. Yeah, Cuba might be next. And it'd be nice to see Canada take a hit for being fucking commies. Let's see if there's any updates with that.
At the end of the day, if Trump decides to take over Alberta, Canada, whatever, we're not going to be able to stop him. So,
To which I said, well, why don't you just join our country? You become 51, become the 51st state.
Something astonishing is happening in the Canadian province of Alberta.
we're well on our way to the 1 million signature goal that we set for this campaign.
Well, maybe that's true out in Quebec and Ontario. I'm not sure. But here in Alberta, grievances, what we need to do is we need to give Albertans hope.
Folks waiting in below zero weather, determined not to be dismissed, refusing to surrender their fate to politicians who've already demonstrated they couldn't care less. Every name added is another blow to Ottawa's authority. This has moved the entire province preparing to stand tall, seize authority, and inform the federal government exactly where they can stick their regulations.
A threat to Canadian unity appears to be growing in Alberta. A separatist group confirms that it met with U.S. officials over the past year, but won't say who was part of that meeting.
People in our meetings are going, direct.
Stephen Miller?
I'm not going to say. I mean,
Why not?
We're not, because we're not, we have an agreement with the people that we're meeting with.
The Alberta Prosperity Legal Council
got the cowboy hat and everything. They're ready to get the fuck out.
won't say which members of the Trump administration they have spoken with directly, but that the meeting did not include U.S. President Donald Trump. The group is now looking to create a feasibility study on how an independent Alberta would be able to fund itself. Separatists in Alberta need 178,000 signatures by May for their petition to trigger a referendum on the province's independence. Joining me now is Jeffrey Rath, General Counsel of the Alberta Independence Petition Project. Jeffrey, I know you spoke to Vashi Kapelos. We had that interview air on CTV's Question Period yesterday. So let me put it to you again, for those that may have missed your conversation with Vashi too. We talked about south of the border, but your response to the article that came out from the Financial Times that you were seeking with your talks in U.S. officials about $500 billion worth of credit in order to possibly fund Alberta if and when you
free Alberta
gain independence.
Well, first of all, let's be really clear. I mean, Alberta can completely fund itself without any help from the United States. We've already done.
From what I know, I mean, they might not be like that conservative, but as far as like Canada goes, like they're conservative and they've had enough. They got a lot of resources and they're just sick of the fucking government in Canada. And I hope they secede from Canada. Fuck them. Let them be their own country. Maybe the 51st state, we'll see.
Done a feasibility study on that. It's called The Value of Freedom a draft fiscal plan for an independent Alberta. We send $70 billion a year to Ottawa. We get less than $10 billion a year back in federal transfers, and we get $10 billion in questionable federal services, including national defense, which we know isn't really any defense at all. So we can completely fund ourselves as a free and independent country. The only thing we're doing is conducting a feasibility study on putting in place a credit line to ease us through the transition of cutting off all federal tax dollars going to Ottawa from Alberta and keeping all of the money here in Alberta. I mean, we're very serious people. We're treating this as a very serious project. We're doing our due diligence on behalf of the citizens of Alberta. We are looking forward to the day where we leave Canada and we will be paying no more federal income tax, no more GST, no more carbon tax, and that Alberta will be the lowest taxed, lowest regulated jurisdiction in North America. So that's what we're working forward to. There's obviously billions of dollars worth of reasons for Alberta to leave Canada, and nobody has ever been able to provide us a single reason that Alberta would be better off if we remained in Canada. And I put that challenge out to Danielle Smith. I put it out to Mark Carney.
There's no guarantee we bring them in that they're going to be a red state. I mean, they probably will based on where they're at. All the surrounding states over there. Yeah, I don't know what would be the most beneficial.
I put it out to every provincial premier. Please tell us why Albertans will be so much better off financially if we stay in Canada, when the day we leave, we no longer have to pay federal income tax or any other federal taxes, and will no longer be, subject to federal regulation of our oil and gas industry.
Well, let me just ask you, Jeffrey, too. Is it just purely financial? Is that ultimately all this boils down to for you and for your group? Or there's otherwise doing part of this, but there's so much focus on this financial part of it as opposed to remaining part of the country.
Well, that's a very big part. I mean, that's what they're threatening with. They're threatening us with financial devastation. It's fear, fear, fear on a going forward basis. So we want to show our fellow Albertans and the rest of the world that Albertans will be extremely well off when we leave Canada. We don't need Canada. Canada needs us, but they sure haven't treated us that way, have they? West Coast tanker ban, emission caps, production caps, net zero nonsense coming out of the World Economic Forum, on and on. Every time we turn around,
I think they'd be better off as their own country. Fuck Ontario. It's just how does it benefit them? They gotta pay too much taxes and be their own country, the allies with the US. We pretty much do everything for Canada anyways as far as the military goes.
There is some new silly regulation coming out of Ottawa to destroy our industry and destroy our economy. And the weird thing about it that we have such a hard time reconciling is Alberta literally supports the entire country of Canada. We even pay equalization to Ontario, for God's sake. Mm-hmm. $15 billion to Quebec, half of that to the Maritimes, on and on. And, what do we get for it? We're mistreated. Our oil is referred to as dirty oil. We're just constantly disrespected on an ongoing basis. They want to attack our culture with things like universal basic income, where they're literally going to destroy the industriousness of our children. Mm-hmm. I mean, one thing after another. That's why we're leaving. It's not just financial, but Albertans need to know that we are going to be so much better off financially when we leave.
So, ongoing story there. What's going on with ICE? Fucking losers, man. Going there and honking the horns. Get a fucking job. It's you don't get in the way of law enforcement.
Okay, we have a number of headlines now out of Minnesota. 30 minutes of Tom Homan there that follows up his press conference from a week ago. Unprecedented cooperation, Dana. Talked about smart law enforcement, not less law enforcement. Drawdown of 700 law enforcement personnel. That is significant.
And leaving 2,000.
And leaving thousands behind. I thought the props he gave to the mayor and the governor is a very different attitude.
And the sheriffs.
In Minneapolis. Yes, the sheriffs as well.
He said across the country, unprecedented cooperation with sheriffs.
So Chad Wolf is still with us. And Chad, hello to you.
That means you need less officers. What would take one or two officers to go in a jail setting, if you have to go out on the streets, that's a set of 20 officers. And so the drawdown that Tom is talking about is the fact that they now have access. They can now go into and pick up dangerous individuals in a jail setting. That's what they've been asking for months now. And so I'm glad to see that he's getting it. I think as that cooperation increases, you'll see even a further drawdown. I think what he was very clear on, though, was making sure that...
It's like, how do we accomplish anything if half the people just want to get in the way? It's like one side is in power, they want to accomplish something, the other half just wants to bitch and moan. It's amazing we get anything done.
Those officers are protected and safe. And so you'll likely see those CBP officers that are providing that force protection likely stay there in Minneapolis until more cooperation comes and they can draw down even more. So my guess is the 700 that are being drawn down are mostly ICE officers because you need less of them to go into neighborhoods than you do into a jail setting.
You mentioned neighborhoods, and one of the big stories I think of today is that you have these civilians who are playing cops, and they are setting up roadblocks and running people's license plates. Tom Homan addressed them as well. Watch here.
As far as what I saw yesterday with the roadblocks being set up, you're not going to stop ICE. You're not going to stop Border Patrol. The only thing you're doing is irritating your community and want to go get groceries or pick their children up or whatever. I talked to the chief of police, and he committed to taking swift action on those illegal roadblocks. They're illegal. We shouldn't tolerate them. Again, a complete drawdown is going to depend on the cooperation, continued cooperation of local and state law enforcement and the decrease of the violence.
Seems like something that local law enforcement could do today to show cooperation, which is
now to an NBC News exclusive. Nightly news anchor Tom Yama sat down with President Donald Trump today in the Oval Office. Tom asked about today's decision, anything from this moment.
Okay, let's drill down into the news today. That big change on immigration, 700 officers leaving Minneapolis. Did that come from you?
Yes, it did. But it didn't come from me because I just wanted to do it. We are waiting for them to release prisoners, give us the murderers that they're holding, and all of the bad people, drug dealers, all of the bad people. We allowed in our country, I say 25 million people with an open border policy for 4 years under Biden and that group, the auto pen group, I call them. We allowed to come into our country people the likes of which no country would accept. And we're getting them out. But we've gotten a lot of them out. So crime now in Minnesota, crime now in Minneapolis is down. Crime in all...
Oh, my God. Crime is down. Whoa.
Cities is down. And you know why it's down? It's down because of us. It's down in...
Crime isn't down. He's orange.
in Chicago by 25%, despite the fact that we are always dealing with these people, and they happen to be Democrats,
Speaking of
that don't know anything about crime prevention.
Mr. President, speaking of Minneapolis, what did you learn?
I learned that maybe we can use a little bit of a softer touch, but you still have to be tough. These are criminals. We're dealing with really hard criminals. But look, I've called the people. I've called the governor. I've called the mayor, spoke to them, had great conversations with them, and then I see them ranting and raving out there.
I would love to hear Tampon Tim on the phone with Trump. Yes, Mr. President. Oh. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Whatever you need. Oh, please ignore what I've been saying. I really love you.
Literally as though a call wasn't made.
And you can watch more of Tom's exclusive interview next on the NBC Nightly News app.
Tim, we can't have the tampons out on the street and the protesters. I know, Mr. President. Please don't be mad at me. I'm sure that's how the conversation went. People still talking about Alex Pretti. Let me see, is Alex still being talked about? Well, there was an interview with Vance, and he doesn't give a shit. His death was ruled a homicide. Oh no! I hope nothing comes of that. Happy birthday! We got John Getz for $5, Tim. Oh, geez, I'm a real knucklehead sometimes. Just let me get a few more morons killed. I'm tired of them too. Let me send some more Karens into the meat grinder. They're totally retarded. Then leave. He talks a big game, but when Trump is on the phone, yes, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President. Fucking tampon Tim. Tampon Timmy. Thank you, John Getz, for the $5. What an embarrassing president. Joe Biden. Complete fucking embarrassment. If you're a Democrat, how are you not embarrassed by Joe Biden for 4 years?
So uncivilized.
So uncivilized. Vance and Kamala Harris. Oh, they never do. I like the one where he falls off the bike. Fucked around and found out. Exactly. Exactly, man. So I haven't heard like any updates on Greenland ever since that deal went down. So to my knowledge, I think we just like have access to like whatever the fuck we want there, but it's like still technically not ours. You know, all these stupid celebrities are coming out against ICE. All part of the Matrix. It's when you have all these stupid Hollywood celebrities speaking out against ICE, speaking out against Trump and all this bullshit. It's fucking propaganda. Matrix trying to manipulate people. And you know they're bought and paid for. Yeah, the Darwin Award. He was a nurse. Guy was unemployed for a year. Yeah, I remember growing up, it's like thinking of like Hollywood celebrities. It's like, oh wow. And it's like now, like I don't care at all that they're a Hollywood celebrity, that they've been in a movie. I don't know if it's just because I've gotten older or it's just like they've lost that aura. It's just like, who the fuck cares now? You know, a lot of whores have been nurses too. Like, it's a job. Oh, he's a nurse. He must be a good person. No, it's a job. A good paying job too. Not a lot of male nurses because there's like a stigma with it, but like it's a good paying career. Like you don't have to be a doctor and go to med school and all that shit. But it's you know, I mean, you gotta do some gross shit like change diapers. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, just back like when I was younger, it just there was something about them. It's like, wow, wow, they're famous. But now it's like, yeah, there's a lot of famous people on the internet now. And then you realize that these people are fairly normal. You see it more as like them doing a job and they just got like a little extra money. A lot of them aren't like filthy rich. Like they're rich. Um, and then you figure out their political views. They're like, oh, they're stupid. They're retards. Oh, they hate this country. Fuck, man. There's a company that's like wants to go through the process of evicting her from her home. Stolen land, my ass. Every country is on stolen land. The dumbest fucking argument ever. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Oh, that's stolen land. All right, if that's the case, let's just end the country now. We won't even have a country anymore. We'll rewrite the maps. It'll just be open land. Get the fuck out of here. Exactly. Exactly. It's just like that's what we've been doing. We've been conquering land, fighting wars. It's been ugly. There's a lot of ugly stuff in history. But it's like, we can't change history. It's like the U.S. is the U.S. It's a real fucking country. And it, like, single the U.S. out as like stolen land is fucking ridiculous. You're just mentally retarded if you have that take. It's these dumb people that are told what to say, and then they say it, and then they get backlash, and then they don't know what to do. They need their handlers to tell them what to do. Yep. Had ancestors on both sides of the Civil War. Man, I don't even know who the fuck my ancestors are. Be fun to know. What is it, like Ancestor or Ancestry.com? I wouldn't mind doing that one day. So what else do we got going on? We talked about Alberta. We talked about ICE. Alex Pretti. What else is going on?
Jobs in the United States. From China. That's all of his donors and special interests out there.
Stephen Hawking was mentioned in 232 in the Epstein files. Stephen Hawking probably just didn't give a fuck. And he lived a long time with his condition. I don't know, maybe. Not really familiar with them.
Because you'd be in jail.
Need to get some more fucking clips on the channel. What else we got going on? Let's Let's put in Donald Trump. Now we'll just see what's going on with the news. India Today. Is there anything live? Is CNN live? Man. Damn it, man. Man, there's nothing live to watch. All these bullshit channels. I don't care, right wing, left wing. Just want to watch something. See if AOC put out anything new. 9 days ago. People will not forget this.
In my view, one's opinion on concealed carry is irrelevant to the laws of this land in terms of the facts of what exists right now. When you speak about cognitive dissonance, this is the intention of what Secretary Noem is discussing. How rich is it that she is saying showing up to the scene of a protest with a legally owned weapon should be grounds for a person's death, execution at the hands of the state, by the same party and the same administration that praises Kyle Rittenhouse? When she is talking about how merely showing up and inciting violence based on ideology against the government, when this administration has pardoned hundreds of January 6 rioters who have then gone out into the streets and recommitted crimes of violence over and over again. What
All right, so you're upset about that, but you're not going to be upset about the illegals in this country that have committed crimes. You want to protect them. You know, when Trump pardoned them, he didn't think they were going to commit more crimes. You know, I mean, it was the quote unquote insurrection. These people actually committed real crimes, and they're trying to deport them.
Secretary Noem is saying is not that you can't do these things, is not that you can't be armed, is not that you can't attack your government. She just thinks that you can't do that based on your political affiliation. The uncorking of chaos that this administration is trying to attempt against the American people.
What's crazy is people listen to her. People actually think she's smart. And you got to wonder, like, 2028 is maybe just too young. What about 2032? 2036, you know, a little older? Maybe. I mean, that's just crazy. This retard is just in Congress. Just a stupid fucking person.
is escalatory, it is dangerous, and it is a complete abdication of leadership. We cannot go down this road. We cannot have countrymen against countrymen, citizen against citizen. This is not the America that we believe in, and we must unite together against this kind of very dangerous splintering that they are seeking to incite against people and divide us. If you can keep the American electorate deeply divided, then you can continue to loot the economy, enrich yourself. You can continue.
They want everyone divided. They've made it clear they don't want any part of us. The politicians, crybabies online. If I like try to have a conversation with people that know me online, and I like try to be nice to them, they would fucking freak the fuck out. They want no part of me or anyone like me, anyone that follows me, anyone that remotely believes in anything I do.
Continue to pass corrupt laws. It's no coincidence here that this explosion in ICE funding is also a complete giveaway to the surveillance tech companies.
It's an insult to World War II to be doing that. And the fact that when it comes to Star Wars, that they try to like pin that on Gina Carano for comparing something to World War II and the Nazis, and they like literally canceled her for that. When it's like every day, every second of their day, they are calling someone a Nazi, saying like they are worse than the Nazis. It's just okay when they do it.
Like Palantir and many others that seek to create billion-dollar contracts and enrich themselves off of a surveillance state that attacks the American people more broadly. If you can keep the American people divided, then they can continue on their program and their agenda of funneling billions of dollars in corruption, whether it's offshore accounts, whether it's these crypto coins, whether it's jacking up tariffs and costs on the American people. So my position has always been clear that ICE funding should be cut. We're seeing what they're doing with this reckless explosion in funding. And mind you, just so everybody knows, I want everybody to understand the cuts to your health care are what's paying for this. All that extra money that everybody's paying right now in their premiums, all that extra money that you're paying, it is paid for it is all of that extra money that the government and the ACA subsidies that was given to nearly $1 trillion in healthcare was taken out and given to ICE. So understand how these dots connect. You get screwed over to pay a bunch of thugs in the street that are shooting mothers in the face.
Bunch of thugs that are shooting mothers in the face. Look at her stupid fucking face. Yeah, she was a mother. She was a mother. Also a mother to that dog who was terrified in the back seat. Fuck, like, seeing shit like that makes me just want to smack her up even though she's dead. Deserves it. Endangering the dog while in the car. The dog was involved in an accident. Could have been shot because of her. Fucking dumb bitch. Oh, she was a mother. Yeah, I'm sure she was a great mother. Sure, she was a fantastic mother. Imagine, like, your mom and your dad getting divorced, and then your mom ends up getting with some dyke. Some, like, weird, ugly-looking dyke. Man, talk about trauma. I saw that. I don't know if it's real or not. Saw a lot of people talk about that. Wouldn't surprise me. They're probably fine. I don't know whose dog that was. It might have been hers. But it's just like, why is it in the back seat with you? If you knew you were going to that event or an event, if you knew you were going to be a terrorist that day, why are you bringing the dog? And that's something that these stupid leftists online defending her. I want to know what's your defense for you endangering the animal in the back seat? For not giving a shit, honking the horn over and over again. And you're trying to tell me this is a good person? Fuck you. There's a lot of stupid ass liberals out there, but not all of them are abusive to animals. This bitch was a fucking psycho. And it's just it's unfortunate what happened, but that's what happens when you act like a retard. The people who cry about Chris Hansen are the guilty. Like the one guy took the coward's way out. Stupid ass AOC.
In New York City, and you're talking about funding violence prevention.
Is that her stupid boyfriend? He kind of looks like him.
Outside of the police. And yet Eric Adams has just increased police wages by 28%. Is that misplaced?
I think so. We are now at a point where officially most officers are paid more than a teacher with a master's degree serving these same kids involved in these same incidents. We are defunding safety.
She's got a white boyfriend who looks like the biggest simp in the world. The biggest cuck. Definitely she wears the pants in that relationship.
Defunding our public schools. Defunding our
I don't
public
think
pools.
it's him. It just kind of looks like
our
him. Let me see if we can find him.
Although AOC is now a household name, her longtime partner, Riley Roberts, has managed to largely...
Her longtime partner, I'm AOC's boyfriend. Look at my hands. Whoa.
...stay under the radar, even as AOC has skyrocketed into the public eye. The social media consultant had...
He's like the whitest guy ever. White males are violent.
...hasn't grabbed too many headlines, although he has stood solidly by AOC's side all the way. AOC's mother, Blanca, has nothing but good things to say about her daughter's beau. She told the Daily Mail, "I love him. He is the most loving, supporting person I've seen." She added that at the time, AOC and Roberts had been together 4 years, when they rekindled the romance after a previous attempt in college. But of course, Mama Blanca has some hopes for the couple. She added, "I know they love children, and they do very well with children from the family, although they haven't told me anything about their plans."
Well, she's engaged. I guess they might be married now.
So, Riley, what has been helpful to you in combating racism?
I think it's helpful and important to talk to other white people about racism. And
I think it's important to talk to white people about racism. Oh, ALC, is it time to peg? Whoa! But we're talking about racism.
And I think a lot of people, they don't want to be racist. They don't think that they're racist, but they also don't know some of the things that they believe or say are and can be racist. And I think one of the effective ways is.
Did I say it right, sweetie? Please don't spank me. Oh, well, I actually hope you do spank me.
Just to talk and kind of help teach them about why some of the things.
I don't want to be punished for saying the wrong thing, ALC. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't abbreviate. I gotta call you Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
They believe or say or think are wrong. Not necessarily racist, but that they're wrong. And that'll sort of chip away and, contribute to some development in this area, but not necessarily take somebody from being a racist to not being a racist in one conversation.
And it's just always being open to learning about racist things that we may have said or done without.
Great, I learned absolutely nothing. This is kind of funny. Is that it? There's got to be more.
Hello friends, welcome to Celebrity Nation. In this video, we talk about Alexandria Ocasio.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and her fiancé Riley Roberts have been engaged since 2022, but their story actually began long before.
They've been engaged for 3 years. Oh, this is the Jacob wedding. It's never happening. Here's the thing, AOC, it's cool that we're engaged, but I really don't want to be married to a woman. I want to be married to a guy. I know, we're engaged, but it's just how I feel. Please don't beat me up.
AOC stepped into the political spotlight. They first met over a decade ago while studying at Boston University. And no, it wasn't some dramatic meet-cute. It was more like true nerdy fashion, as AOC herself put it. The two would show up to Coffee and Conversations, a weekly student town hall where people discussed everything from the war in Afghanistan to the latest in pop culture. And guess what? Riley wasn't just some quiet guy in the back. According to AOC's college friend Eric Baker, Riley was the one stirring the pot on purpose. He'd throw out a provocative opinion just to get people thinking. Baker described him as probably smarter than anyone you've ever met, and someone who thrived on intellectual debate. Sounds intense? Well, apparently AOC loved that energy.
It's ambitious.
But after college, they split up. He moved back to Arizona, and she stayed on the East Coast.
They split up after college. He went back to Arizona, got his booty hole pounded.
Seemed like that chapter had closed until around 2015, when they reconnected. AOC's mom spilled to the Daily Mail that the couple found their way back to each other, and eventually.
So they've been dating a long time. 2015 was when they rekindled that fake love, and they're still not married. What's the delay, AOC? What's wrong?
Eventually, Riley moved to New York, working remotely from their apartment in the Bronx. By the time 2022 rolled around, AOC wasn't just a rising star. She was a full-blown political powerhouse.
You know, sometimes you're an underdog until you're not.
And that's when Riley decided to propose. But here's the twist. AOC...
I didn't decide to propose. She told me, you better fucking propose or I'm going to beat your ass. And then I did, and she beat my ass anyways.
Wasn't immediately sold on the idea. She actually told him he'd have to woo her. Honestly, I love that energy. Alexandria admitted she needed to be convinced, especially after how much their lives had changed. But in the end, she saw something rare. Riley wasn't threatened by her success. In fact, he celebrated it. They got engaged in April 2022 while visiting her family's hometown in Puerto Rico. And yes, Alexandria confirmed the news on X, saying, "No future details yet. We're taking some space to savor
No future details on this fake wedding.
this time before diving into planning." So who is Riley Roberts? Well, for starters, he's originally from Arizona and studied sociology and finance at BU. After graduation, he helped small businesses build websites and worked in UX growth consulting. He's also used those skills to support AOC behind the scenes, especially during her early campaigns. He's the kind of guy who prefers staying out of the spotlight, and if you've ever wondered why you barely see him on her socials, now you know.
I do get nervous when I post, not as often as I used to.
Despite their long history, the couple prefers to keep things low-key. In fact, one of AOC's college
We gotta keep it low key because they can't figure out that I'm gay. They can't figure that out.
friends admitted she didn't even realize they were dating until years later. Riley rarely shows up on her socials, and at public events, people sometimes mistake him for a campaign volunteer instead of her fiancé. But make no mistake, he's a huge part of AOC.
Jane was born in Brooklyn in
Okay, I think we spent enough time on AOC's stupid boyfriend. We learned something new. We got John Gets Gaming for $5. Her man is a social media consultant. What a loser. Also, where I'm from, teachers are afraid to be paid by merit and just get more money and tenure. They don't want accountability and sometimes suck. And like when I went to public school, I felt it was normal. Now, you really have to consider private school with how bad it is. And the parent-teacher conferences are a must. It'd be hard. Because whenever my parents met with my teachers, I felt like it was a normal interaction. Like, there wasn't going to be anything crazy going on. It was just going to be very normal. Oh, this is what we're doing in class. Now I feel you go to the parent-teacher conference, you're going to see a fucking freak, pride flag, anti-ICE, Trump derangement syndrome, and like indoctrinating the kids. And it's like I had probably like a few gay teachers growing up, but it's like they never like made that a big deal. They never like talked about it. They never got like political about it. And it's like no one like really said much about it. Now it's like in your fucking face. Like everything politics. We got John Gets Gaming again. I had for $5, I had good ones and bad ones, and I'm tired of them getting paid based on how long they've been there, regardless of subject or quality of teaching. She should have them paid less if they're white. So we're talking about teachers. You know, like, what's with the pensions with these teachers? There's a lot of money for not doing any work. A lot of fucking money, man. But yeah, I would consider private school. I like it'd be rough if I had to go back. It'd be so much different. And then like everything's online now. Like everything. Don't the high schools give you a computer now? Probably spies on you. Man, it's just Yeah, when I went, I felt it was normal. Now, like, what's going on is just crazy. I would have hated to go to high school during COVID. It just, I never had teachers, like, cry about, well, I guess, like, in high school, there was a little bit of, like, Bush stuff. It's like, Bush, stupid Bush. But it's like nothing compared to what's going on now. A bunch of fucking kids in high school, they don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, another 4 years of Bush. Oh, it's like, shut the fuck up. We got more from John Gets Gaming. For $5? She's smart now. This dude is a complete liar and cuck. Probably watches as Byron Donalds rails her ass and makes her say MAGA phrases. Dude definitely is waiting to see if she wins the presidency. Yeah, maybe maybe he'll be the first man. Be pretty fitting. Her boyfriend. I just find it funny, like ironic that he's like the whitest guy ever. And it's hilarious how he's likely gay, bisexual, gets pegged by her. Definitely not the man in the relationship. It was just, it was like what was to come. It was a little preview of what was to come. That's when I noticed it like started getting bad, where it's like constantly fucking bitching about the current president to like an unhealthy level. Bush, oh no, he got elected again. And then we had Obama, 2008, and then you know the story. Definitely a shill. You Lightspeed subscribers. The first cuck. John Gets Gaming, the Batman of the stream. Did we get all of them? I think we did. Thank you, John Gets Gaming. It's funny how Hillary Clinton in 2008 is like literally MAGA today with like immigration. Maybe 2016, maybe I went too far back. And Obama was against gay marriage, wanted civil unions in 2008. What a bigot. All fucking clowns. All fucking clowns. All right, guys. Any last stuff for the stream before we get out of here? Thanks for coming out. We're gonna be here every Wednesday. We're gonna have to get back to the structure of the stream. The segments. Want to get more videos. Want to start clipping these streams now that the Rumbles is coming out with shorts. Maybe I'll start clipping some of these for shorts. I'm not like the biggest fan of that. I'd like to do my own clips for shorts, and that takes time, but I don't know. It depends what Rumble's offering to do that. You know, we gotta do whatever we can to get this brand to full time. Every little bit helps. Why are people in Disney Star Wars a bunch of delusional and denial clowns? I think it's there's so many reasons. One of the main reasons, and it might be the main one, is politics. Literally, when I started my channel, I did not count on it being a right wing and left wing thing. I did not at all. And when I did the server, I realized like everyone was right wing. It was not planned at all. So I think there's a lot of fakes out there that know it's bad, but they'll support it anyways. They'll glaze it anyways because it's a left leaning company. The right wingers don't like it, so they got to be against them. I think a lot of the fakes are like that. And then you have the fence riding fans that dislike it, but they don't want to give it up entirely because they want some good live action stuff. So they're going to hold out the rest of their lives to see like some good live action stuff, even though they hate most of it, which I think is selfish. And then you have just a lot of normies who just like put like no thought into it and think it's weird that like someone like me and followers of mine like obsess over it so much. Just the super normies. But, you know, how you counter that is you just grow your influence, you get more views, get more subscribers. Because it's like, at the end of the day, they see the number, they see the subscriber number. You got 1 million subscribers, they're going to listen. You're going to have reach. You have 10,000, people are going to tune you out. So, that's what we're trying to do. Trying to get the influence. He doesn't even like Trump. He doesn't believe in anything. He'll believe what the YouTubers tell him to believe. If his favorite YouTubers right now said they were done with Trump, he would be done with Trump that same hour. Yep. I was just thinking about this, you know, like thinking about the people that I see on Facebook. It's like, have I changed? Have I just become a right-wing extremist indoctrinated by MAGA? Or have these people changed? And it's like, I don't think I've changed. Maybe I've become more open to the right wing. I always considered myself like moderate. It's like fuck both parties. Just go based on what topic or what issue it is. But it's like I've been pushed to the right. See how insane the left is. But I don't think I've like really changed. I think it's these other people getting indoctrinated, pushing fake news online, becoming terrorists. You know, from like a young age, I always thought like illegal immigration was stupid. You know, you shouldn't be here illegally. We have laws. Trump used to be a Democrat. It'd be nice if we could go back to being like more civil, but I don't think we're gonna ever go back. I think one party's gonna have to take over. Maybe a civil war. And at this point, I'm down. I'm down for it, man. I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Yeah, it's like, you can take shots at both sides, but today, like, I am proud to be a Republican. Even though I know there's problems with the Republican Party, it's just like, it's nothing compared to the other side. That's why I don't like seeing infighting, people bitching about Trump like every day. He didn't do this, he didn't do that. I'm just grateful he's in office. Rarely I'll have something bad to say about him. You got to support the team. It's like a sports team. It's you got to support the team. Now I'm past the point of being civil with them. I don't consider them people anymore. A bunch of sheep, bunch of retards. And I just want to trigger them. Get them more unhinged. You can't reason with them. The only thing they understand is Trump is their president. It's the only thing that registers. I will be curious, though, once Trump is out and we got a new president in 2028, unless he pulls some sort of loophole that we don't know about, I will be curious to see when the TDS excuse isn't there anymore, how is this country going to be if we have a right-wing president? Is like there's no way the TDS is going to move on to someone like Vance or DeSantis or someone else who takes the spot. It's not going to. Yeah, they're going to be pissed off at whoever's in charge, but it's not going to be to the level of Trump. It's just impossible. But the problem is, if Trump is not there running, are the Republicans going to get as much votes? Are we going to lose a lot of people that voted only because Trump was running and they like Trump, and now that he's not there, they're just like, whatever. Yeah. Celebrating Charlie Kirk. I mean, they were all celebrating that. It's like, what did that guy ever do? Except, like, go to universities and talk to people. That's true, but it's not going to be the same. And at least initially, they're going to be pissed off, but it's just not going to be the same. He's not going to call anyone piggy. It's why they hate him so much, is because they can't control him. Barron Trump for president. So the way around the amendments is you either change it or you get a family member to run. You get like Don and Eric to run, president, vice president, and everyone knows they're essentially voting for Trump. They get in, they resign. You elect Trump to Speaker of the House, and then he takes over. I don't know why they would do that, because they would go in the history books as people that got elected and then resigned on the first day. Forever in the history books. I like, yeah, it would get their dad in office again, but I just can't see them doing that. Because it would be embarrassing. I wouldn't want to be in the history books as the guy is like the cuck president. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think either he's full of shit and he's just talking. They're either going to change it or he's going to pull some sort of bullshit that we're not thinking of. But like doing a Trump ticket and them resigning, like that is a legit option. I don't know why anyone would want to do that. And if they did do that openly, I don't know if people would really vote for them. Knowing that they would just resign, it's kind of knowing that they're trying to manipulate the system. I don't think it would work. The easy answer is Vance, but I'm not like loyal to Vance. I'm not necessarily like rooting for him. I want the America First candidate, and I want to see the debates. That's what I want to see. It's important to Trump picks, and he's obviously going to pick Vance and support him. But I want to see how they do in the debates. Who's gonna make the most sense? America First. So I'll be very open to who it is in the debates and listening to them. So Vance probably the front runner, but to me it's like wide open as far as like who I'd want to support. Rubio has come a long way since the meltdown, the Chris Christie meltdown. Rubio needs to let us know about the aliens. Vance and Rubio. Just tell us about the fucking aliens. I'm sick of it already. I'm fucking sick of it. Just tell us. I want to know. Want to know the fucking truth. Yeah, Vance used to be a never Trumper. Remember that. So I'm waiting for the debates. That's what I want to see. Who does the best in the debates? Who is the presidential person? I don't know. There's either aliens, there's spiritual beings, maybe there's both. Some fucked up shit's going on. Maybe there's time travelers. I don't know about that, but there's some fucked up shit going on. I mean, if it's aliens, I don't think they have interest in eliminating us because they would have done so already. I think once you get to be that advanced, it's just like you're not going to be violent. It's like what purpose is it? Yeah. Definitely. I think they exist. It's either the aliens or it's like spiritual beings from like another dimension. Um, I'm leaning towards aliens because of the craft that they see. I think they probably recovered bodies and recovered crafts. Crazy shit, man. I just want to know. I want to know the truth. I don't want to live a lie. Yeah, I don't think time travel to the past is possible. The only way it is if it's Dragon Ball Z rules and you create another timeline. That's the only way I see it as possible. I don't think Back to the Future rules can happen. Hell yeah, Bane of the Shills on Kick. So, yeah, Rumble Takeover 2026, maybe Kick Takeover 2027. I think that's the way to go. It's not going to be easy to like get a following and to get like a lot of people on Kick, but why not? Why not do it? Nice. I did make my account the other day. I don't know when I'm gonna start streaming there, but probably in the first half of the year for sure. Right now I'm just I'm waiting for the what happens with that creator program to see what they're going to be doing. How much do they want the Melvin in the creator program? It's nice, like an incentive to stream on Rumble, and I think YouTube should do that. Yeah. So there's YouTube, there's Rumble, there's Kick. Anything else, like I'm not a big fan of, like X. I'm very down on. I think Elon needs to like change it to be more of like a YouTube platform for me to be interested. Twitch is gay and like doesn't let you multi-stream. Facebook and Instagram are like bigoted towards small creators. They won't let you in any kind of program. There's Odyssey, but it's like I don't think anyone really uses that. Yeah. I'm not an expert, but I would think it's better, newer. To get in the creator program, you gotta like average 70 live viewers, which would be a stretch, but you gotta start somewhere. No, it would just mainly be for streaming over on Kick. It just right now a lot of people upload or stream to Twitter just like to do it. I don't know if and you can't get into the monetization over on Twitter unless you meet the credentials that are elitists over there. So if you get I think Kick could work out if you get a big following, YouTube and Rumble, and then you got such a big following, you actually have like 70 average followers on Kick, do the creator program over there. That's just going to be more incentive. Another push to be a full-time content creator. So those are the three. It's mainly YouTube and Rumble, but like Kick is another one that has potential. I don't know if there's really any other ones besides Twitter if they change some shit up. So some people post their payouts on Twitter, like big accounts, and it's like a lot, but then there's like others where it's like, oh, they only made like $20 for the month. And it's like I got some tweets throughout the month. I don't want to tweet every day just for engagement. That's what a lot of Twitter is, just a bunch of crap. So yeah, Kick is the next step, but it's not gonna be like Rumble. Rumble's been some good shit thanks to Bane of the Shills, Star Wars Marvel purist. getting us over on the Rumble. I'm hoping that they see what's going on with the AI shit and all the bans, and then the Rumble takeover, and then they adjust and like, yeah, we're gonna have to do something. You know, some of their decisions that they've been doing, like, I hate that hype button that they added. I think it's a good idea. It, like's partially a good idea, but, like, it doesn't do anything. I had, like, 30 hypes on my latest video, but it does dick to push the video in the algorithm. All it does is, like, it potentially puts you on the top 100 hyped videos. But it's like if I was enough of a big shot to get on the 100th top 100 list for the hype videos, like I wouldn't really need the hype button. I'd already be a big shot. So they're just fucking retarded. And I think with my audience that getting 30 hypes on a video, I think is actually really good. Compared to some of these other YouTubers, I don't think they would get 30 hypes on a video. But it's like, are they going to push the video more? No. They're just going to pee on me.
I got peed on.
So that's one thing they could tweak. I got my eye on this. Like, shorts are not easy to do unless you just, like, literally clip your shit and then just upload it. Which, it depends what Rumble is offering. I might engage with that if it's worth it. Well, I like to clip it myself, add like the fancy text to it, do my own edits. And they're deceivingly hard, the shorts, if you want to do it like that. No, he would. Maybe. It's actually, like, dead right now. Fucking dead. I'll take a look at it. It does piss me off. Yeah, it's like at 2,500 views. It got like a little bit of a push on YouTube. Got a lot of comments. There was people crying about it on Twitter. But it's like, no. And if they pushed it out to more people, more would watch it. I know they would, but like, no. They're not going to push it out. And I've been getting 2,000 views for like years now. It's just like, it's just nothing. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. I like the thumbnail. Sick thumbnail for tonight. Trump drinking the icy. We'll be here next week. Still got a lot of improvements to go for this channel. You know, probably all year we're going to be making improvements to this channel, but consistency is the key, being here every week. This channel's got to find its own identity.
I'll put the system on trial.
So I'll see you guys Friday. Should have a video coming out on the Star Wars channel this weekend. Super Bowl is on Sunday. And this year, maybe the sports streams are coming on Sundays. I've been saying that for a while. You know, sports used to be obsessed. Not so much anymore, but very, very big fan of the UFC, and I follow a lot of shit we could do some damage on that channel. All right, thanks guys for being here. Hopefully Canada gets fucked by Alberta and they succeed. And fuck Alex Pretti, he's an idiot. Later.